Almost a year ago, actually, I wanted to start my YouTube channel, the one that you're on right now, but I kept making excuses to myself. And the biggest excuse that I really remember was that I would tell myself that I'll start whenever I actually get better. So I'll like read a book or something and then like I'll actually start. But that's such a major excuse that I used, and it ended up that it was just procrastination. Like the excuse wasn't valid. It was just a BS excuse that made me want to delay hard work. Only after I started this YouTube channel did I realize how BS the excuse was. I only realized that no matter how many like books you read on theory, it doesn't equal to like real life experience. And so like this is the main thing I want you to get from this video is that the sooner you start, the better you're gonna get, the smarter you're gonna get. And so you'll just have more experience in general. You don't need a perfect start to actually begin. So for example, my YouTube channel, right? I didn't know much at the start. I just said like random stuff essentially at the beginning. I looked back at my videos recently, my first ever videos, and I just realized that no wonder they didn't get any views. Like I didn't speak well. I wasn't eloquent. I remember I used to say like the word like. It's like that. It's like I just used that word so much that it was genuinely like infuriating in a sense that I just realized that I use that word so much, like no wonder people didn't watch the video. And I only got that from personal experience, right? I could have read like 20 books on influence and speaking skills, but those 20 books wouldn't equal to the amount of knowledge I would get if I just made 20 videos. Genuinely, I would get more knowledge, more genuine skill if I just made 20 videos instead of reading 20 books. And those 20 videos would genuinely take less to make than just reading 20 books. Because the problem with books, right? I genuinely love books, but usually they're either too vague because they want to appeal to more people, and so it doesn't really apply well to your situation, or they're too specific and you can't apply it to your situation. It's like it has to strike a balance where it's vague enough to where it applies to you, but it's specific enough that it actually helps you through the problem that you're facing. And you have to find the perfect book. But instead of finding a perfect book, searching and like reading 20 books, hoping that one of them is exactly what you need, you can genuinely just start and then you get the experience that you do need. So, another example, whenever I started working out, I found just some shitty online, sorry, I swore, but some online program for absolutely free and I just started using it. And to this day, I still use it, right? I made modifications, I made changes, sure, but I just needed a simple start. I didn't need a perfect workout plan, a perfect workout regimen. Like I still don't even know really what protein is. I know like it's meat and stuff, but I don't take like calorie shakes or like protein shakes. I don't take any like that. I don't like space out the amount of protein I take, so I take like 5 grams of protein every hour or something like that. I don't do that. I just eat when I'm hungry. And even now I still don't have a perfect like regimen, but I'm still making progress, right? I'm still getting bigger, right? Even though I'm not perfect in terms of, building muscle, I'm still building muscle, right? I'm still getting the experience, getting the discipline, and it's all because I just started. And so you might actually relate to me in that you probably have an excuse that you're thinking about right now. And honestly, it's oftentimes the excuse that you feel often feels valid. Like it feels like it's right. Like, oh yeah, like I don't want to work out if I'm being correct in what I do. It's really just procrastination, man. Like the way I would put it is that if you even have a slight thought that the thought you have is an excuse, then it is an excuse, right? On an actual valid logical thought, you never think that it's an excuse. It's genuinely just logic. You think it through and you get the solution, right? With an excuse, that doesn't happen. You just come up with a random solution out of nowhere that doesn't apply. So if you even think that you have an excuse right now, it probably is one. And you might be thinking that some excuses are actually valid. So for example, I need a rest day because I'm really sore. And to that I say, you're right. In the sense that you do need rest days, right? You do need breaks. Some excuses are actually valid. But for those kind of excuses where they're valid and you could probably do with logical thought as well, I would say just wait a day. So for example, you feel sore, just work out the next day anyway, and if you still feel sore after that, then yeah, take a break, man. It's like your rest day, go ahead. No one's stopping you. As long as you realize that it's not an excuse at that point, it's actually a logical thought, it's no problem. And the reason why you want to wait a day is that you don't want to act on feelings, so you don't want to feel an excuse like, oh, I'm tired, and then act on it. If you genuinely feel tired, like physically you feel tired, and you can only sort that out if you wait a day, then go ahead and wait. You just have to wait that one day and then decide. And honestly, man, like, excuses suck. But the sooner you start, you generally get so much more experience than if you try to get a perfect start. If you start, you'll generally get further than if you just try to get the start itself perfect. Because the start is never perfect, I'm just gonna be honest. No matter how many books you read, no matter how much experience you want to get, no matter what you want to get better at first, like you want your voice to get deeper or something, the sooner you start, the further you'll actually get. It's weird, like people want to get the perfect start because they think they'll skyrocket them forward. But in reality, you'll genuinely get further if you just start right now. It's silly, but my YouTube channel has showed me that. Working out has showed me that. Even just the books I read has shown me that. The sooner you start, the further you'll get, man. If you're interested in more for coaching, in the description.